Hey folks, this is a tutorial on how to navigate the website as well as Blackboard. If you just Google my name, F. Garces, what will happen is you'll come up to this. If you just click here, that way you don't have to remember the URL address, then you can get to my website. And what you will see is some menu items here. Don't worry too much about these for now. You want to go straight to your course, and if you click on enter here, it'll take you in the website. If you click on the syllabus, it'll give you a copy of the current syllabus. If you click on the schedule, it'll give you a copy of the schedule for the summer. And if you click on publisher's resource, it'll give you information about the book and the material we are using. So what we want to do is enter a website, and this is basically what you will find in Blackboard as well. Blackboard references this website for the material, whether it be the notes, the syllabus, the schedule, or other information that you will find. You'll see that there's a menu to the left. This is the information page, of course, and then there's also some menus on the top. So let's go to Blackboard. You can click on that here, and it'll take you to the sign on page. I'm already signed on, but if you want to sign in, then this is what you would do. You would put your username, which is generally your CSID, and then your password. And that's what I should have right here. You can see that these are the courses that I teach. I've hidden a whole bunch, and you can customize this menu right here if you go up here and change that. If you got a bunch of courses that are listed, you can certainly change it. Not so much up here, but I think it's let me just sign in. So you can change this menu, like I said, by clicking on these things right here. We're customizing it up here. So anyway, if you're enrolled in the course, you will see this. Click on Summer 2016 Chem 11. 78319 is the CRN. You can see it over here. Now this is what you'll see, and let me just go to the student view because that's what you guys will see when you log in. Now there's two main parts to Blackboard. One is this left menu item, and then the main page. What Blackboard will do is open up on this main page. Course information is accessed on the left menu item as well as the main page. Course assignment calendar is right here. The announcement is only on the left menu. Exploring chemistry modules, that's where you'll find the notes and other materials to read. This is the Launchpad, that's where you'll find the homework. Assessment, that's where you will find the quizzes as well as the midterm exam and the final. Chapter homework, that again is let me just see what that is real quick. Oh yeah, that's the chapters homework for the different, it's basically the homework for the different chapters. So let me go back up here to course homepage again, and let me just go through this Blackboard real quick so you have an idea of how to navigate this. The course information will give you the syllabus, the schedule, the integrity policy, textbook resources, as well as the information of the textbook that you guys are using. Clicking here, again, similar to what you saw on my homepage, because that's where this link points to. It points to the schedule on my homepage. If you go back to homepage here, we can go to course assignment calendar, and if you click on that, what will happen is the homework and the quizzes that are set for this particular course is all found here. And we start on June 13th and end on August 5th, and what you'll see is the homework is found, as well as the calendar is is currently up to date. So if we go next to exploring chemistry modules, which you will see here, before I do that, let me go to the announcement. You always want to click on that, because that will give you information of what's coming up. And so here is my welcoming remarks. It tells you how to register for Launchpad. It tells you that you have 21 days and gives you some information here. And as the days and the weeks progress, this is where you find the majority of the announcement. We already talked about the course calendar right here. Let's go to the Chem module. This is where you find the homework. This is the if you've got a subscription to the Launchpad, you can access the ebook here, and it'll automatically take you to Macmillan's webpage where Launchpad can be found. It takes a while to load, and this is what it'll look like. The problem with accessing Launchpad through Blackboard is that then you don't see the menu up here anymore. You actually have to go back and click on the reverse and then go back to where you left off. So here it is. Chapter 00 is just some information about the course. This is salutation and introduction. Problem solving techniques is important because you want to assess how you approach problems and what type of strategy you use. And then this right here, chapter 00, is important because you have a bunch of extra credit at the beginning of the chapter. If you miss these and there's the deadline, then you don't have a chance of getting these extra credit points. Permission to post your points, just click on that, and what will happen is that will pop up. It'll give you information right here that it's due on the 21st, which is about a week from Tuesday, and it tells you what the point values are, and you can just begin. Let me go back. There's a background survey, what you know survey, which tells me what type of science, what science you know so far. A math pretest, so I have an idea of your knowledge in math. Don't try and take shortcuts on this. This just gives me an idea of what your background is. If you need more information on the math, then I can provide a tutorial. If you score high on this, it basically will tell me that you don't need any math help. Problem solver self-assessment, that goes back to this right here that I mentioned. If you go back to this and you click on this PowerPoint, then there's a quiz in here that assess what type of problem solver you are. So that's an extra credit as well. So, and then there's also the syllabus quiz, and the syllabus quiz is due on June 24th. Wait till this weekend to complete this syllabus quiz. That way you have some time to read the syllabus and listen to the video that I have going over the course. So that basically is it. Oh, I forgot to mention that you should go to the discussion board, click this right here, and introduce yourself. Okay, so that's what you'll see right here. So that was exploring the chem modules. After that first initial module, you can go to chapter 1. And chapter 1 starts on the first week. It covers, or unit 1, it covers chapter 1 and chapter 2. If you click here, you'll see the lecture notes for this particular section. It's a PowerPoint, and I'll try and do a video recording of these lecture notes. And then there's a YouTube component to some of these. Like the first part of this book talks about water, and it's the fact that it's a it's resources that we should value, and this video actually shows you how LA got its water. They basically stole it from the Owens Valley. So that's chapter 1. If you go to the next part, the periodic table, there's a video on Dmitri Mendeleev, the founder of the periodic table, scientific method, the history of science. So there's usually video components associated with some of these chapters. That doesn't happen for the most of the chapters in this course, however. Then you do the homework, and you can access the homework here, or you can access the homework here in the left menu. If you access it here, it'll take you to Launchpad, and that's where the online homework can be found. And I'll give you a tutorial on how to navigate Launchpad as well. Okay, this is chapter 1 homework, and these are, it shows 1 point, but the overall homework is actually worth 20 points. And you can do this about 2 times or 3 times. I forget exactly my setting. Actually, you may attempt the quiz 3 times. So if you get it wrong the first time, go back and try it again. Let's go back to Blackboard. So this is where the modules are. After chapter 2, you have the homework again, and then you have quiz 1. Quiz 1 is due on June 19th. That's this this coming Sunday. Again, it'll be worth 50 points. It tells you when it's due and how many minutes you have right here. And you can find all this as well in the assessment page. This is where you can find the quizzes as well as those extra credit questions that I had. The assessment page. So in terms of the schedule, we will have, if you go to the modules here, we have in week 1 chapter 1, chapter 2, and quiz 1. And week 2 we have chapter 3, chapter 4, and chapter 5. This is probably the most difficult section in the whole book, and we have a quiz. So there's 3 chapters that are in this particular quiz. Then we have week 3, chapter 6 and chapter 7. And then on week 4 we have chapter 8 and then your midterm. Chapter 5 is chapter 9 and chapter 10. Week 6 is 11 and 12. Week 13 is week 7 is 13 and 14. And then the last week you have a class project that's due, and you have your final. So again, you can see that, you can see this as well in the calendar. But you want to basically use the modules to access the lecture notes for all of these particular sections that we will be covering. Student project, I will provide more information on that. It's actually hidden from your view, and I will give more information at a later date. Chat room, discussion board, again, like I mentioned, this is where you introduce yourself. And then if you need to email me, you can click on your external email and email me here, or you can email the whole class. Usually you can just email your instructor if you want to send me a message. There's a link here to my web page as well as resources and some other information that you have here. So that basically is a tour of Blackboard and where you can find a lot of this information. If you have any questions, please contact me.